Hi. We're recording.
Oh, hello.
Hi.
Hi.
What's going down?
Nothing much. Sorry we missed last week. I was in New York.
Oh, how was that?
It was cold, and it snowed
Yeah.
on the first day of spring, like a lot.
Awesome.
But it was cool, and I had a good time. I saw Spider-Man while I was there, swinging around. It was cool. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I don't think you did.
I did.
I thought you meant Andrew Garfield.
It did.
He's not Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, not anymore.
He was played by James Vanderbeek. Well, I'll tell you what, LTG, why don't you call it, man?
Yeah, let's get into this.
Let's do this.
Well, call it.
Let's do some one for the fans. Let's do it now.
Hi. Welcome to One for the Fans on the Fanbased Network. This week, we're going to move fast and loose as we discuss the usual suspects. With me, Master of Ceremonies, LTG, the Gurgi, with his crunchings and munchings. P-Train might get stumped. That's right, there's a Stump the P-Train with Justin P-Train Peterson. I'm your producer, Justin Lane, and this is One for the Fans. Hello.
Hello, everybody.
What's that?
Welcome to One for the Fans.
Did you just do a what's up? Wow.
Yeah, bringing it back.
That disembodied voice was P-Train Peterson,
Hello.
A.K. the boy who lived.
H-Salt.
H-Salt fish and
son.
H-Salt fish chip and stuff. H.R. Puffin
And
chip.
we were talking the other night that maybe H-Salt himself will come and deliver a tasty
I
lunch.
heard a rumor he might be coming by.
Well, don't get excited because
Hello,
there's
father.
nothing written in stone.
He's from
He's a
Chicago,
busy guy.
actually.
He's a busy guy.
He's actually from Chicago. A lot of people don't know.
I'm not related.
That
to
fish is caught
fish
from
and
the
chicken.
Great Lakes. All the fish for.
And then they
Ew.
drive in.
Wow.
Justin Lane is the other guy talking.
Hi.
Hi. What's up, everyone? Welcome. This is One for the Fans. This is kind of our variety.
It's the
Dork
flagship.
nerd
The
fun
flagship
show.
of the Fanbased Network.
Yeah, it is, and it's going to be a short one this week.
Yeah,
It's
okay.
Justin's already kicking us out the door. So
So yeah, you guys want to get started?
Yeah, let's do
We'll
it.
talk about a little bit of news here.
Yeah, let's talk about news. Go for it.
Okay, so
P-Train with the news.
confirmed the Russo brothers will direct Infinity War Part 1 and 2.
The Russo brothers.
They directed Captain America: The Winter Soldier, and they're
Yeah.
going to be directing Civil War as well. And now they're going to be directing Infinity War on top of that.
How do you feel about that?
It's okay. I would have rather Joss Whedon kept involved, but I'm pretty sure that he's tired of being, the guy who's doing everything over there.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, so it looks like he's going to be out after Age of Ultron.
yeah, well,
Remember
That's
when
okay.
Jon Favreau directed these movies?
Yeah.
Those were
What
good old
happened?
days.
What happened to him?
He got
made his
busy.
money and then
Yeah,
he made
it's
food.
same thing, I guess, with Whedon. I mean, yeah, they just want to do other stuff, and
Sure.
I don't think when you're at the helm of a big Marvel property, I don't think you have as much free time,
Yeah.
as much ability to do the other stuff you want to do.
Hmm.
So yeah, I liked Winter Soldier,
He came and conquered.
and so so I'm down with that.
Hmm.
I'm down with that. But the big news this week, bigger than any other news, I think.
Is the casting of Arseface in Preacher?
No.
No.
That's not big news at all. Go ahead.
No. The X-Files
Mhm.
is returning to network television
Yes, it is.
for 6 episodes on
Yep.
Fox.
Yeah.
Yeah, David Duchovny and Gillian Anderson both
Mhm.
signed on.
Really?
It's coming back. Yeah. It was rumored over the weekend, just confirmed this week.
How are they going to explain how hot Scully's become?
Isn't it weird?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she's gotten way hotter.
Well,
I mean, she
you're
was
the-
always attractive.
Yeah, but she's
yeah.
yeah.
Have you seen her on? Oh, yeah. You guys don't watch Hannibal. She's on.
No,
she's
no,
on
I don't watch
Hannibal.
TV.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Yeah, she's really good on Hannibal.
no, but that is cool news. That's cool news.
She plays Hannibal's therapist on
Mhm.
Hannibal, which is a clever character.
It'd be weird if she played like BA's therapist on Hannibal
B.A.
because that's
Baracus?
B.A. Baracus, and that's totally different Hannibal.
Yeah. Oh, Hannibal.
Yeah.
Or no, Hannibal.
No, not Hannibal King.
No, Hannibal.
That's the Green Lantern's Hannibal
yeah,
King.
Yeah.
Deadpool's Hannibal King.
Deadpool.
Ryan Reynoldsman.
Oh, boy.
Boy.
And then, yeah. And then that, I don't really have any other news.
That's all the news. They did.
Well, no. I there was I did see something. This isn't really news, but have you guys seen the viral clip of the dad playing Spider-Man for his son at his birthday party?
No.
It's really good. It's very heartwarming. He the kid goes outside. His mom leads him outside. The dad jumps off of the roof of the building and turns. He's acting his ass off as Spider-Man. It's really very cute.
Oh, that's awesome.
And he does the whole flipping motion and points at the kid and is like, "Are you so and so?" And the kid is his mind is just popping off. It's actually you guys should check it out. Maybe we'll post a link.
It reminds me of Chris Evans and Chris Pratt Super Bowl.
Oh, doing the thing at the
go to the kids'
children's
charities all dressed
hospitals.
up, but they're wearing their
Actual
movie gear, and so the
yes.
kids are geeked out of their minds.
Star-Lord and Captain America show up. That's pretty badass.
Yeah, it is.
Here's the kid coming out the door.
No, hang on, let Jaden get out.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wait there,
Listen to the
Jaden.
dad's American accent too.
I've just, I think I don't know, I said someone special.
Now this could have ended up entirely badly.
Oh yeah, no, it's really good though.
Hey, is that Jaden?
Listen to his American accent.
Man, it's good to see you, buddy. How are you? That's so cool, man. How are you? Good?
So
Having a
cool,
good birthday? Man, how old are you?
Wow, he went the extra mile. This guy.
2, 3, 4, 5. That's 5, right? That's awesome, little dude. Did you get my message? Mom, Dad, did you get my message?
Yes, Daddy's at the shop.
No way.
We saw you on TV.
My God, well, at least you got the message. That's so cool. Give me a hug, buddy. Good to see you, man.
That is really
Yeah, it's
sweet.
heartwarming. Yeah.
That's
is
awesome,
sweet.
little dude.
So we'll
Should we go
post.
inside and you can tell me all about your
We'll post a
birthday?
link
Yeah,
to
that's
that.
That
very
sounds
sweet.
awesome,
Daddy's
man.
coming in.
That's very, very sweet.
That's cool. Can I
Description. But yeah, it's not really news, but it is very sweet. It's very heartwarming.
It is news.
It is news. It's news that
Comic-y.
Spider-Man is
He's
still a beloved icon.
You put a spider tracer on him.
Right.
Yeah, I guess that's how he got there. Yeah.
It would have been really cool if the little 5-year-old had been like, "Your last movie sucked." So anyway, so there you go. There's that. That's sort of news, sort of not news, but it's cool anyway.
I do have a feature and a thought. As
Oh,
well.
let's hear it.
On the notion of a lot recently, I've been sharing other shows that I've been watching that I think not just you guys but our listeners should check out. And this week I'm going to recommend iZombie, which
Are you really?
yeah,
Oh,
the
dear
pilot
God.
just happened. Did you watch it?
I watched the first 5 minutes.
Oh, I loved it.
I
I really loved it.
honestly, I was tired, and I think I wanted to hate it. So that's probably why.
It's based on a Vertigo comic, I guess, but it very loosely from what I've gathered.
Right.
But yeah.
I thought it
love-
was just Apple's version of the zombie.
Yeah, the iZombie. No, it's actually been getting really good reviews. It's over 90% on Rotten Tomatoes right now.
All right.
It's,
I'll check it out.
yeah.
I'll look at it. It's probably very good, and I'll probably love it.
I am a huge fan of Veronica Mars, which the creator previously did too, as well as Party Down.
I didn't know you were a big Veronica Mars fan.
Yeah, I love that. I love that show.
All right.
Rosie McIver, who plays the lead on it, is awesome. I really loved her performance. It's about a chick who becomes a zombie, but zombies aren't really, like a thing in that world yet.
Mm-hmm.
And she has to eat brains, otherwise she'll go full zombie. But when she eats someone's brain, she absorbs their memories and their personality traits.
So it's like, you guys saw Warm Blood? Was that what that was called? What was the one about the kid who starts
Warm
with-
Bodies?
Warm Bodies?
Yeah.
So it's that thing where
Kind of.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. And it has you remember, you were a fan of Psych, the TV
Yeah,
show
loved
Psych, too.
Psych.
It has an element of that, too, because in order to pass, she's a medical examiner for the
Right.
police. In order to pass on the information she gets by eating the corpse's brains, she pretends to be psychic.
That's cool.
So it's a clever little thing, and I loved Psych too. So overall, I was really impressed with the pilot. I'm gonna watch the new episode this week too. And another thing about that show that I loved was the music. It actually put me onto a couple bands that I hadn't heard of before, and
The Beatles.
No. Oh yeah,
The Rolling Stones.
They're,
All right, cool.
Someone named Beethoven.
B.T. Hoven.
Batch.
Speaking of that,
So iZombie. All right, check it out. Music's good.
Yeah.
Acting's good. Writing's good.
Writing's
It's
good.
tongue in cheek, I guess.
It is very, very tough.
All right, cool. Check it out.
Yeah.
I checked out Powers.
Oh, you did? How is it?
Pretty cool.
Oh, okay. I'll have to. It's on the PlayStation Network, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll have to get my PS3 back out.
Yeah, whip it out.
Mm.
Excuse me while I whip this
this
out.
I can help you in another way. But
All right. well,
not with the whipping.
what
out,
was
but
that?
What the what? No.
With watching the show.
Oh, okay.
Not with your.
Oh, we're not going to talk about that.
Through alternate.
Yeah, we're not going to talk about that
That's why I
because
said I'll tell
that's
you.
not right.
We'll talk about that later.
Totally right.
So, can we talk a little bit about the shows?
Sure.
Can we talk first about Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
Okay.
Because I have a question.
Yeah.
Okay, so real quick, so you're put on the list,
Yes,
right?
the index.
The index. You're put on the index, and so for instance, if you're Drea De Matteo,
That was her?
Yeah.
Adriana.
Holy. I didn't even recognize her.
right, hot off her run on the hit show Joey with Matt
Oh,
LeBlanc.
she was on that. Yeah, wow.
So if you're her and you turn yourself in after killing some people, and they like, oh, you've grafted razors to your fingertips.
Why don't they take them off?
Yeah, we're gonna put you in metal gloves
Yeah, I didn't
instead
understand
of
that.
removing the blades from your fingertips.
Punishing her.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
What is
bothered
there? Is
me.
there some kind of
But the
reason
funny
that
thing
they
is,
can't?
it didn't bother me until like the end of the episode when I realized that was all it was that she just had like
Yeah.
she was Krugered.
Yeah,
basically.
when they described her power,
Yeah.
and all it was is that she has razor
And none of them
blades
had
coming out.
powers except for Angar the Screamer.
Yeah,
Ghetto.
Right?
he was cool.
Yeah. That was my issue with it, in all honesty. I mean, that really bothered me.
Yeah,
And
I had a couple issues with this week's Shield
last week's Shield.
or last week's Shield.
This week's Shield we won't talk about in case people haven't watched it yet.
Yeah, okay.
Right.
I don't know. I just the characters seem to be behaving in ways that I don't understand.
Sky's getting on my nerves.
Yeah. And Simmons as well.
Mhm.
Like it seems like
Fitz is
people's Fitz is still good. It seems like a lot of characters' behaviors are just dictated by the plot right now. Even Bobby and Mac.
Mm-hmm. What do you
Yeah.
think about Adama is going to be the
I like
head of
it.
the new Shield,
I
or the
li-
head
I
of the
li-
Splinter
The
Shield?
real Shield,
Yeah.
as they call it. Yeah.
Right.
I don't know. I'm interested to see where that plot line goes. Hopefully, it will serve to justify their behavior a little more. Because right now, I'm not really buying it. But yeah,
The real question, I think the only thing I really have to mention other than that ridiculous thing with the fingertips and the fact that the really strong guy looked like Stuttering John.
yeah.
but-
He was not intimidating at all.
Two other things that I have an issue with. Okay, you're Calvin Zabo, Zabo, you're Hyde. Why do you need a strong guy?
Yeah.
Why
yeah.
can't you just rip the bars open on the thing and everything? Okay,
Yeah.
so there was that, and then the other issue I had with it.
I did. Oh, sorry.
No,
Continue.
go ahead.
I did like the kind of Masters of Evil
Yeah.
like feeling that I was getting from his little team.
Yeah, no, it was cool, but it actually reminded me more of like Magneto's lame version of the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants with peepers and everything else.
Yeah.
But the thing is, the cool question I have is when Zabo at the end they're saying the teleporter Inhuman says. Oh, it's not my decision, or I don't choose what happens to you next. And he like says you got to go see somebody else. Is that Black Bolt he's going to go see?
I don't know.
Now
Maybe
LTG
we'll
thinks
see.
no.
I don't think so either because we would have heard something about.
Would we?
I don't know. Maybe not. I really don't know.
They kept Daisy Summers. They kept Sky's identity a secret pretty well.
Yeah. Maybe that kid that they cast already is Black Bolt. We don't know who he's playing.
Yeah. So we'll see. Anyway, at any rate, I mean, maybe we won't actually see Black Bolt, but maybe that's who he's going to
Yeah.
go talk to.
I thought that was a very anticlimactic way
Yeah,
to end the episode.
That could be
personally.
possible.
Did that? Yeah, I
It
thought that
bothered
was a
me.
little anticlimactic, and I was a little disappointed that it's a splinter group of S.H.I.E.L.D. And in the previews for this week's episode, which I haven't watched yet, this is Friday night, everybody. In the previews for this week's episode, it looks like Ward is a member of the splinter
That's the
group
real
of
S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, which would make Agent 33 also.
So they've been like, he wasn't really bad. He was working under. I don't know.
We'll see this week.
I'm
I'm
a little-
hoping that a lot of the issues are clarified once Edward James almost gets
Edwards
gets there.
James almost.
Edwards James almost. Well, yeah.
Ole. Anyway, so
I'm excited for that too.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of his.
Yeah, no, he's a great actor. I love him. He's going to teach him how to do
the-
calculus.
The real yes, the real S.H.I.E.L.D. 2 has a better logo. By the way, in my opinion.
Couldn't really tell the difference.
It's a little different.
Sleeker, a little
Sleeker.
Yeah.
It's got 3 stars. in
Well,
the
it's
eagle.
not round. It's shield
Yeah.
shaped.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, literal.
Well, we'll see. We'll
Yeah.
see. We'll see. Maybe they're going to have U.S. Agent as
Come on.
their guy.
Come on, Nick Fury made Coulson the director.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Yeah.
the real S.H.I.E.L.D. is we already know who the real S.H.I.E.L.D.
Well,
is.
I think it's going to be Nick Blood's going to take them out. I think they'll
Lance
either-
Hunter come from the inside.
And I wouldn't be surprised if the whole time what's going to be revealed is
Is
that
that
Coulson's
Coulson's
known about it, and he's put Bobby in there.
Yeah.
And Mac
And
doesn't
maybe
know
Mac
that
doesn't
Bobby
know.
knows. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Because
So,
she already did it once before with
Yeah.
Hydra.
yeah. Hold on, P-Train dropped something.
dropped my pen.
Gosh, for a guy who can catch the snitch, you really. Anyway, so which actually, well, we'll get to that later. So yeah, that was my issues on S.H.I.E.L.D. I liked it though, but it was good. Wasn't their best.
No,
Wasn't
it
their
wasn't.
strongest
It wasn't.
effort.
Yeah, I don't think it was. It's probably my least favorite episode this season.
It was good seeing Blair Underwood.
Underwear.
We can't
Blair
pronounce people's
Underoos.
names right now. I like him too, and I like the whole softer side of May
Mhm.
that character brings out.
Mhm.
But yeah, we'll see.
So it was it was aight. Flash.
It was alright.
Yeah, let's move on to Flash.
Ooh. So
So
Eobard Thawne.
Yeah, Eobard Thawne.
Yeah.
Cisco dead.
Well,
but not
for now.
dead because,
Yeah, because of the time travel.
thing.
And in the episode that we reveal Eobard Thawne,
Yeah.
we immediately jump right into the time
Yeah.
travel stuff.
But
I was excited. Again, The Flash surprises me sometimes.
Yeah.
It keeps it. It's probably the best comic book show on TV.
Sure.
Absolutely.
So far,
Yeah.
So
until
far.
until Daredevil comes out.
Which
Maybe.
you're hating
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
I'm not hating on Daredevil. I have an
Okay,
issue
no.
with the fact that his eyes are covered.
That's
When the whole
gonna
point is
change.
Daredevil's not supposed to let his enemies know that he can't see.
No.
That's my,
He,
anyway.
he won't. They won't keep that. Trust me.
And that new preview where it's just like a shot, like a
That's
Yves
just
Saint
a
Laurent
fun
ad.
little
I'm just trying to
motion
save my
poster.
city.
Relax.
Jeez. Why must I punish? Oh, it's a different.
That was a different
That's
cast.
totally
So
Yeah.
Flash. So obviously it's what's her name there? Killer Frost. Snow. Caitlin Snow.
The Golden Glider.
figures
Oh,
out-
No.
Killer Frost.
Oh, Killer Frost, yeah.
So she finds out
think.
that he's evil, and Cisco finds out and gets killed, and all this other stuff, and then it turns out that no one's going to actually know that because it's going to get reset, because the previews show him helping Barry again.
Yeah. Exactly. And he goes back to the moment at the end of the episode.
Yeah.
He goes back to the moment where he saw the other.
Yeah, which
Flash.
by the way, everyone knew that was going to happen
Yeah.
while they were watching the
Yeah,
episode,
yeah.
right? You
Oh,
knew
yeah.
that was
Yeah.
coming. So, but great episode, really cool.
I love that too. That
He reveals himself to
but now it's not going to
and they
happen.
kiss and
Yeah.
So he'll
That's
know,
clever.
but
But she won't.
But he won't know about Eobard Thawne.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, interesting. I had one question. So he's trying to get the Flash to go as fast as possible because it's the key to him returning to his own time. Yet he said he was there to kill Barry.
I don't.
I think it's because maybe he wanted to put himself in place to receive the Speed Force. Is maybe what they'll
That
reveal
could be
or
it.
whatever. But
Maybe that's what the whole device
absorbing
the tachyon is all based on.
Maybe he needs him to get it started. He needs both of them.
He needs it.
And then
Maybe he
kill
needs
him.
it to jumpstart the device, essentially.
Well, it was cool. It was a cool episode.
Because like in the comics, he's like infatuated with Barry Allen. He like wants
He's
to
his
be
biggest
Barry Allen.
fan. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And he's from the same time period, I believe, as Booster Gold, isn't he?
I think, yeah. Or, well,
Yeah.
he can be.
Which is,
I mean,
like, Booster comes back to the past through technology that he stole from the museum that was once the Flash Museum.
Right. Booster Gold. Are they going to introduce Booster Gold?
I really hope so. I mean, the time travel elements are already
Well, this
present.
week they introduced. Obviously, we talked about the week prior, so as to not destroy spoilers or whatever.
Yeah, yeah.
This week they introduced the Golden Glider.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, boy.
Yeah. My whole thing is this: with the I can't speak. The Weather Wizard version that they have, you don't really need Captain Cold.
Yeah. Well, they kind of did a little nod to that too, and when they first arrived at the crime scene, and they were like, "Is this Snart?"
And he said, "No, he couldn't. His cold gun couldn't have done this."
Yeah.
So it was cool.
Yeah,
That's
and
great.
they're coming back. They're all coming back next week. It looks like in the preview.
This week.
Captain Cold.
It already
Oh, yeah,
happened.
yeah,
We haven't
yeah,
watched
this
it
week,
yet. Yeah. Came back.
Came
Yeah.
back. Yeah.
So, any other comments about that episode? Cisco did another. Cisco did another
Yeah.
meta. I've been wanting
Yeah,
to
he
say
did.
that since week one.
yeah.
Cute. Very. Cute.
I was really
That kid's a great
taken
actor.
aback by Cisco's death scene,
Yeah.
even though it's going to be rewritten.
Yeah.
He actually I was like sad.
Yeah.
he was dying.
He's a really good actor.
Yeah.
Just standing there crying,
Yeah.
knowing what's about to
Knowing what's
happen.
about to happen. The betrayal.
Yeah.
Plus-
Too, like feeling. Yeah. And all the stuff about him.
and Fawn actually
Fawn being-
regrets
yeah,
doing it.
doing it.
You know.
So-
His
that-
performance
yeah.
also.
It
So
was great.
Please
Yeah.
forgive me, but
I
for-
think of you as the closest thing.
Please
to
forgive
his
me,
son.
but to me, you've been dead for centuries already.
Yeah,
It's great.
So cold.
Yeah.
So
That's
cold.
great.
Yeah.
He just pulls
Yeah.
that character off perfectly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Really.
TVZ.
The best TVZ.
Stucky
Tom
Bowl.
Cavanaugh.
Stucky Bowl. Arrow now, LTG had told me, because I was in New York, so I didn't get to see it, and then I watched it to catch up, and LTG told me I was going to hate it, and I did not hate it.
I didn't say you would hate it.
You said I would hate it.
No,
You
I
said
didn't say
you're
that.
going to hate it.
No.
That's what you
I
said.
didn't say that.
Heavy on the
I just
Roz
said that.
/ Rachel Ghoul there.
Yeah,
Very
I like that he's
race
calling
heavy.
himself Raish, and everyone's still
As
calling
everyone's still
him
calling
Roz.
him Roz.
You know what it
I
reminds
don't
me of?
get it. There's
Han
no uniform
versus Han Solo.
Yeah, there's no uniform pronunciation.
Really interesting. I don't know what they're going to do with that.
The Lazarus Pit.
Well, not just the
Officially
Laz-
confirmed.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That is the waters of life that Ponce de Leon looked for, and yeah,
And we saw it heal his hand.
And-
Yeah.
And I like his tactic too. At the end of the episode, when he comes in dressed as Arrow and kills those guys, and then tells the other guy to
tell everyone what you saw here. Yeah,
That's a brilliant. That's some Demon's Head.
Yeah, he's
level
gonna force-
manipulation.
he's going to force
He's to
Oliver
the
to
hand.
take
of,
the
yeah.
So since they're kind of trying to make a Batman, basically, but not with this show, is that why they don't use Talia?
Maybe I don't know why.
Just
I'm
because
not
she's
sure.
so ultra connected to Batman? And
Yeah, I
the
think
other one's
maybe.
not?
I think that might have been a bridge too far for them, perhaps. To instead they just make
Just-
Nyssa
yeah.
be more Talia.
Which makes sense. You
character.
could use the other one that really doesn't get
A lot
you know,
of
no one really knows her,
and
but she's still a daughter.
she's going to train Laurel.
Yeah,
Yeah.
which I'm okay with. I mean, anything that can contribute to that character being.
Anything that could contribute to that character at all would be pretty cool.
You
still need training. When are you going to stop telling me that? When you no longer need training.
When you could just fall down like a sack of potatoes.
Yeah.
It's just so funny watching when they tell everyone to suit up, and it's like, well, you too,
All right,
Laurel.
come on, Laurel.
Get in your black suit, get your nightstick.
Even you. This week's episode.
this city.
You have failed your training. This week's episode, Deadshot and the Suicide Squad
Coming back.
with Cupid.
And the wedding of Lila and
Yes.
Diggle.
Yeah. Yeah.
An Arrow wedding.
Yeah. A very Arrow wedding.
So I think
Corman.
that'll be the first wedding we've seen on either of the two shows.
Yeah. Will it?
I think so, right?
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. Very exciting.
Corman.
Could it be as good as Luke and Laura?
Maybe.
General Hospital, Luke and Laura?
What?
Oh, you're old enough to remember that. Come on.
Did that mean people watched it?
Well, that was General
It was like,
Hospital,
yeah,
one
it
of
was-
the
it was
greatest
a-
comic
it was
book
a
adaptations of all
quintessential-
time.
Moment of TV history.
Okay. Arrow was good. You got the Raz Raish Agul Ogul Ghoulios.
Ghoulios.
You got that going on. That's kind of cool. Murmur was sort of a side thing. Didn't really matter.
It was kind of creepy, but I mean,
what else happened? Nothing really.
Nothing really.
No.
Other than I think they're leading up to
The whole him battling to become Roz. It was basically that was the whole
You know what's
concept.
bothering me is they're not moving the flashback
forward.
Yeah.
I was going to mention that at all.
It's bothering me.
Yeah. We all know that kid's going to die.
Yeah. Or something's going to happen.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
So, but it was good. I enjoyed it. I thought it was
The Hong Kong flashbacks in general this season haven't really.
Nothing is
Did
as
you
good
think they're
as
necessary
Yeah,
anymore?
I don't think that. I didn't think they were necessary. I said that like
season
week
1
3.
was amazing.
It was
the
like,
flashbacks.
If you actually showed him becoming a cold-blooded killer, which is what he started Arrow
But he ends up
as.
regressing. We
Yeah.
talked about this several weeks
He
ago.
doesn't fight as well as he
seems
used to.
be regressing in the Hong Kong flashbacks more
Yeah.
than progressing.
Yeah.
It's just a really
And the
frustrating...
wig is just getting sillier.
Yeah, it just...
So, Ray Palmer is going to put on the suit next week.
Thank goodness
Or
they
this
can-
week.
They're going
He
to
puts
use
on
him.
the
That
suit.
might bring
And
some-
he finds out that Oliver is the Arrow.
Oh, yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the big Arrow Adam showdown.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everyone but the poor detective.
What?
Everyone but the poor detective.
Yeah.
Who can't tell that
Who
that's
can't tell
Oliver.
it's Oliver, even though he has several face-to-face meetings with
It's
him.
very hard to recognize me when I do this with
Especially
my
with
voice.
his like very recognizable mole
Yeah.
that he has on
Yeah.
his chin.
It's funny.
It's pretty ironic. But all in all, I liked it. Pretty good. Whatever. You know,
Yeah.
there it is. There it is.
There it is.
Whoop.
And that's all the shows.
that's
that
the shows,
we
I
have.
think.
So
We
yeah,
have no Gotham.
like I said earlier, Powers. You should, guys
I'll
should
check out
it
Powers.
All right, I'll check out
It's really
Powers.
cool.
I
You know,
recommend iZombie.
It's cool because it takes place. It's Marvel, but not
No,
directly.
it's not. Powers is not Marvel.
No, it's Image.
It says Marvel on the thing.
Really? I don't know why.
Well, Marvel owns Image now, doesn't it?
Maybe that's why.
That's why.
Oh.
But it's not in the Marvel universe.
No, well that's what I mean.
Right.
There's no connection.
Oh, I
but,
see what you're saying.
It's cool. It's
Does
about
Marvel own-
a division
I don't know.
that kind of follows after super powered beings, what they call powers.
Yeah.
And the detective
I've read the
used to
book.
have the power. Yeah.
Yeah.
I read that as well.
And it's cool just seeing people deal. It's basically having to deal in a world where people have these abilities.
Yeah.
And
it's got a very, at least the book did have a very kind of noir feel to it as well.
there was a cool scene where there's like a sonic boom, and they're at a coffee shop, and this thing like flies by at like sonic speed, and then his partner gets all jazzed out. It's like, what is that like? It's just like the expression on their faces when it happens. It's really cool. It's just a different take. Instead of about the heroes, it's living in a world with them. And it was really cool. I gave it a shot, and that's as I do with the pilots, and definitely it was worth seeing more of.
Nice.
And
Well,
the villains
I'll
are
have to
really
check it
cool.
out.
And I don't know the actor's name who plays the main villain, but he's really cool.
Well, I guess Marvel doesn't own Image. I thought I had heard there was some sort. Maybe they're just producing. I don't know. We'll figure it out.
Yeah.
That's your homework, LTG. Would you find that out? I would like to throw a Stump the P Train.
Okay.
Can we do this? Mine's very simple. Mine's a very simple warm up.
Sure.
So
Is
here
this a
it
low
is.
tier? If he can progress?
This is low tier. This is not Omega level. So this is a personal question. This is I want you to dig deep into your past,
Oh boy.
and I'm going to ask you 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
First, as the youngest Seeker in 100 years,
I'm not Harry Potter.
can you
Yes, you
remember the names of the 3 balls used in the types of balls used in the game of Quidditch?
Jeez. The bludger,
Yes. Which is handled by the beaters.
the quaffle,
The quaffle.
and the snitch.
Yes, very good.
Well, of course he knows this.
and now
I was stuck on the quaffle.
It's
'cause
like
I knew
asking
it.
Michael
I
Jordan.
knew it start-
what-
I knew
I
it
knew
sounded
basketball
I
like-
knew
yeah.
quaffle would be the tough one for you. And now,
Of course he knows.
in your first match,
Mhm.
how did you catch the snitch?
Oh, that's so easy.
Well, remind
I
everybody.
swallowed it.
That's
Of
right.
course, how would he forget something so life changing?
There you go. So those are my warm-up questions. Do you want to go ahead with your...
Yeah, let's go to a next tier.
Yeah.
Let's go to one of your favorite heroes of all time, Spider-Man.
Oh, boy.
We all know that he's a crime fighter, but he's also an inventor.
Mm-hmm.
Name 3 of his mechanical inventions.
Well, the web fluid dispenser.
Okay, I'll take that.
Web shooters.
the
Can we
web
call them what they are?
Yes, yes.
Jesus.
Take this from my dispensers.
Spider tracers.
Very good.
Everyone forgets about those.
Which work on his spider sense.
Yes. And they have to be mechanical.
Yeah, they're like the constructs he was made, not like Parker particles or anything like
So
that.
would the spider mobile count?
I would kind of give it to him.
I'm not going to give you that.
No?
No, that's not mainstream.
There's 2 that I can think of off the top of my head.
Go let it keep going. What are some of the other things he's used to help him in
The
his work?
spider armor? They even
Stark invented
that, though.
Both in his work and in crime fighting.
There you go. There was the key. That was the key right there.
The remote camera?
Yes.
I'll take that.
He has a camera in his belt as well.
It's an
the
auto camera.
Yeah.
Oh, and the
Automatically
spotlight.
goes off.
A spotlight in his spider. Yep. Very good. Okay, so very good. Very good. Now
Nice, very good.
Let's round it out with your Omega level question.
Now you get a chance to play for a treat.
This is for,
Cadbury
I believe,
egg.
a Cadbury mini egg. Not a sponsor.
Not the cream egg.
Does he have to
That's
get both of
that's
them
too
right?
good.
No, he gets a choice.
He gets to choose? Okay.
Oh, boy.
Let's go to the X universe.
Okay.
You ready?
Yeah.
McCran, he answer it?
This is the theme of the character is Deathbird. And I'm going to give you
That's
two.
why I said McCran. McCran Crystal.
Two choices: a personal question about her, or a relationship question about her.
In other words, a question about her personally or about her relationship
It really
with the
won't
universe.
matter. I don't really know much.
You don't know
about
from
her.
Deathbird?
Wow.
You know what? Let me ask him a question
Yeah, go
about
ahead.
Deathbird. What species is she?
Shi'ar?
Okay, very good.
That's good.
All
Okay.
right, very good.
That's it. I don't
She's a throwback. She's a genetic throwback. That's why she has wings.
Just for shits,
Yeah.
choose one.
her relation.
That's the easier question.
That's the easier question. Good
Yeah.
thing you chose
Good
that.
choice. Good choice.
Which Summers was she married to?
Alex?
Nope.
Nope. I don't know.
Vulcan.
Oh, I had a feeling it was going to be related to Vulcan.
Unfortunately, a feeling does not get a treat.
Yeah. No, I'm sorry.
She also had a romance with Bishop.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah. Can we, even though it's not
I
for
had
a
a feeling
treat,
that
there'll
was
be no
wrong.
treat.
Damn it.
There will be no treat.
No.
I wanted to say
But
Vulcan.
you know what that means.
What was
It is
his name?
over, Firestar, and you failed.
What was his name? Vulcan's real name? Is it Eric? Eric or something?
No, he doesn't. Vulcan. Let me look him up.
I just damn. I had it on the tip of my head. I was just about to say it.
It's an alien name. He has a. Oh no, it's Gabriel. I think.
Gabriel.
Gabriel Summers.
Yeah.
Let me look it up though to make sure. Yeah, it's Gabriel. What was I going to say? Ask him the other question because we're talking about names.
What's her real name?
Nah, yeah, like I said.
Yeah,
no,
you
not
told me
right.
I was
No,
wrong.
that's
I was right about her name.
No, you weren't.
Yes, I was.
No, it was not.
What's her name?
Cal Saeed.
I said it was something like
You said
that.
Cat's Eye.
I said it was something like that.
He was right. He was right.
Kalsai Naramani,
Yeah, both.
sister of Lalandra.
Lalandra, yeah, I knew that.
And the Ken. Well, obviously you knew
Yeah.
that. Come on, they're not gonna give you that for a treat.
Yeah, whatever.
Well, unfortunately, it's very sad.
He
Very,
was-
very sad.
You did good though, so we can't say you're totally stumped because you got two of the. So you just
Yeah,
failed
oh,
on the
whatever.
prize. But I say you didn't. We didn't stump the P-Train this week.
It's all right.
No treat though.
Just no treat. Yeah. No Omega level.
Yeah.
Curses.
No call. You know what? If you had done well, we had on the line for a call-in your father, H.R. Fish Chip Sr.,
James Potter.
James Potter.
Don't joke with me about that. Go to the mirror.
Live from the Mirror of Erised. He was going to come in from the Resurrection Stone. He was going to call in and say, with his
Now you're
Chicago
just making me
accent,
sad.
over there, very proud of you there, Petrie.
They
You
don't-
go
it
going in
doesn't-
there answering all them questions pretty good there. But unfortunately, we will not be hearing from him this week.
That's okay.
That's okay. Next time. Next week.
Next time.
Yeah, I'll get him next time.
Yeah, boy, you've been dropping the ball. I
That
gotta
was
say.
those are tough questions, though. I mean, that's a really tough one.
I said when you brought up
the
Deathbird,
Vulcan, the
there's
Vulcan one's much easier.
Yeah, because
yeah.
if you know that there's 3 summers,
Yeah.
then-
Right. I mean, I'm surprised you didn't say Corsair
Yeah, I was thinking that too. I just didn't. Yeah, there was no.
because
I
there's
didn't
4
know.
summers.
4 summers,
Yeah.
I knew that.
Mhm. What was I going to say? There's so many people. Actually, no. There's 5 summers. Cable.
and I did know Deathbird's name, and the main reason
Yeah, but you're a
is
nerd.
the X-Men cartoons.
Oh, sure. Oh, well, there you
I
go.
don't even remember.
You've
seeing
been
her on there. Oh, I
stumped.
guess.
Yeah, they had that whole
The
Shi'ar
Shi'ar
arc.
arc.
With Gladiator was there and everything.
Gladiator, the Gladiolus. So, what else do we have to talk about this week? This is going to be a short OFTF because there's not that much going on. There's no new previews except for that horrible Daredevil preview, which shows
Why don't you
nothing.
like it?
Because it shows
Fading,
nothing.
fading.
No, it's just the same audio we've already
What do we
heard
need
with a
to
long
see?
shot of him. We don't need another trailer. We don't need it.
It's just for
promotional
Yeah,
purposes.
it's the TV doing it.
All right,
They're trying to be creative. They're just
not
trying
the
to...
My point
creators
is-
of the show have nothing
My
to do
point.
with cutting
Why
the
do I
trailer.
hate it? Because it's nothing worth talking about, and I like things to talk about. Yeah, so there you
Well,
go.
we were gonna do a versus. We
Oh,
were gonna
what's
do
the
one last
versus?
week, but we didn't get around.
Well,
to it.
our verses last week or 2 weeks ago, it was sort of odd, but I do like it. And it was. Are we doing the one that you thought up?
Mhm.
All right, go ahead.
Just because it's silly and it's
Yeah.
fun. It's a break
Yeah.
from the hardcore battles, which will return next week
Yeah.
because I have a good one,
Oh yeah.
which we'll talk about next
Okay.
week. I thought we'd be silly.
Okay.
2 of the greatest ants in the Marvel Universe, Aunt May
Ant-Man.
versus the ever-loving blue-eyed things, Aunt Petunia,
Uh-huh.
who he constantly references.
So,
Oh, is that who you were
Aunts.
talking about?
not Ant-Man.
I thought you were talking about P-Train's aunt.
What?
Which one's that?
Oh, Aunt Petunia Dursley.
Yeah.
No.
I thought that's who you were talking about.
No, Aunt Petunia.
Oh, my prep work is no good now.
Oh.
Oh. Well, I don't know what to tell you. I can't help you now.
Aunt Petunia's
Dursley.
favorite nephew.
You don't really. We've never really interacted with Aunt Petunia.
That's of course.
Yeah, she has like just a couple
It's
of
just
appearances.
silliness. It's absolutely silly. People at home.
Everyone
pick-
knows who wins that.
pick your favorite.
The fans win if one of those biddies dies.
Well, you know what's funny about this battle is people would probably assume that it's like a battle of New York. You know, some old ant versus some old ant from Yancey Street versus an ant from Queens.
Well, Aunt Petunia isn't that old. Either.
But that's the figures. Like they think of May, so they think
Yeah.
of Aunt, and since unless you dig deep, you really don't ever see her.
yeah.
But she's
Aunt
actually
Petunia is
young.
only like she's mentioned more than she's.
And
actually
she's from
seen.
Benson, Arizona. She's not even from New York.
Yeah, and she's she was.
But she is taller, and she weighs the same as Aunt May. So
Interesting.
She has
Yancey
reach.
Street is supposed to be Delancey Street, so it's Lower East Side of Manhattan.
Hmm.
By the way, so
I do know also she was a nurse, so
Yeah.
she has some sort of
and she's dead.
viable skill. Yes, she is.
I think then May wins pretty much. I
Yeah,
think it's
May
it's
was
pretty-
killed and then resurrected.
Yes,
And I was gonna go into the whole thing, and I will now.
I'm disappointed. I really thought it was Petunia Dursley.
Is that Aunt Petunia, has Fantastic Four connections, but Aunt May has Avengers connections because
Yeah,
of her
she
relationship
lived-
with Jarvis.
And
Yeah,
she
that's
lived with the Avengers in Stark Tower for
Yeah.
a long time.
And-
Wolverine was actually intimidated by her during his stay.
And in the cartoon universe, she dates Coulson.
yes, she does.
Oh, really?
Yes.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, Aunt May is young in the
She's
Spider-Man
married
stuff.
in the new books too. She's married to J. Jonah Jameson's father as well.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
What about his son, the Moon Beast? Or
Moonwolf?
Moonwolf.
Manwolf?
Manwolf.
Hannibal.
Yeah. So that would be her step grandson.
Well, okay. Well, that versus kind of died because she's dead.
Yeah, she
I
is
don't know what
dead.
to say.
Yeah. So
yeah.
choose whoever you like.
She was.
people at
I
home
mean, she
listening.
really was.
I have-
only
It doesn't
a
really matter.
handful
It's
of
just something
issues.
silly. It's just you always hear.
But
things
there's a
talk
lot of
about her.
similarities.
Yeah.
They both raised orphans who would go on to become superheroes.
I've got one.
And their nephews are badasses.
I've got one. I've got a legitimate one for this week. A really tough one.
Okay.
Magneto.
You mean for?
Well,
Right now.
a real
Just
tough
right now.
versus. Magneto versus Graviton.
Ooh,
Okay. Well, we can do that one next.
very similar
Yeah.
power sets.
So I want you guys to think about that. Magneto versus
Yeah.
Graviton.
And folks at home, think about it as
Yeah.
well.
Yeah. I was going to say Molecule Man versus Tom Bombadil. Because he is the master, so nothing affects him.
Right.
But, I don't know. Because he can sing to the trees. They do what he wants. Treebeard versus Groot.
That's a good one. We gotta put that on a list.
Treebeard for that.
What did you say?
We'll go Treebeard with
You
that.
think Treebeard wins
Oh
out?
yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah.
Though Groot is technically immortal. Treebeard is not.
Well, he has been around a long time.
Yeah, he's old and
But
wet.
he's old.
Yeah, he's old.
He's old.
He's tied to the world.
Yeah. Well, guys, I'm very proud of.
So you do want to do that next week, Magneto versus?
I like
like
Magneto versus Graviton.
Alright.
Yeah,
I think
I'd
that's
like
a
you
good
guys to
one
really,
ruminate.
So there
really
it
think
is,
about
folks
it.
Stew
at home.
on that.
Magneto versus Graviton, two
Yes.
major
That's a good
forces.
one. That is a good one.
I already know who wins, but go ahead.
Okay then.
Yeah.
All right then. Okay then.
All right.
All right then.
Okay.
It's quite easy, actually.
Rusty Collins
No, it's not.
versus
It's so terrible.
Rusty from Pee Wee's Playhouse. That was Randy. Never mind. Damn. So, guys, what else is there? Is that it?
Yeah, I can't think of it.
I mean, I think this is a short one, and I'm
Yeah.
happy it is because
got
I got to go
everything
to a
out.
dinner.
Oh, that's
But I miss. I'm sorry we missed last week because of my
That's
travels.
okay.
yeah. We'll be
um,
back next week. So yeah.
I am going to talk a little bit next week, if you guys will allow me, about the pilot that I'm writing right now, which
course.
is a sort of superhero horror thing that I've been contracted to do, and I'll break the news about that next week because I'm going to get official clearance to do so on Friday.
Yay!
Yes, absolutely.
So,
Sounds good.
all right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, gentlemen, anything else?
No, that's all.
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us.
Goodbye.
This was one for the fans,
Yes.
and we will see you guys next week.
On the Fanbased Network.